All right, this is a Halloween 3 Trick or Treat Studios official blow mold singing jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. So it's modeled off of the movie mold, like pumpkin from the film. If anyone's seen the film, this is actually a mask. And what Trick or Treat Studios did was they created a blow mold version. And I think this is cool, and it's a really tough plastic. It's very much like a typical blow mold plastic. And if you turn it around, I didn't notice this at first, but this is awesome. On the back of this thing, you'll see the silver shamrock emblem, and that in the movie is the manufacturing shamrock, which they stamp on all the masks. But they have the little bugs as well on this thing, so it's kind of neat. But in order for you to get the full effect of this thing, I'm going to have to turn the lights off and show you the two modes that this thing can do. So first, there is a steady on mode. I believe there are LEDs in here. This is not your typical blow mold where you can plug it in and it lights up. It's running on three AA batteries, which are down here. And you can see there's a switch down here to change different modes. There's only two. There's just a steady on mode, and then there is a other mode that I'm going to show you, which is actually really neat. Anyway, those are the two modes, Steady On and the song from the movie, which is now copywritten by the creators of the movie. They used a free use song, changed the lyrics clearly, and I think there was London Bridges. I think that's what it was. And they changed the lyrics to Happy Happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock, and the rest is history. And now it's copywritten by them, and good for them. They're making money off these things. Now, if anybody's interested in buying one of these, they are currently sold out on two distributor websites, Amlock Time Toys, and I think the Big Bad Toy Store had this thing in stock, but they're sold out. And they're sold out at trickortreatstudios.com. So I'm very fortunate enough to pick this thing up. Now, the retail price for this is actually really good. For something that's a licensed product with a song attached to it, I was shocked. It's $29.99. There are more blow molds being sold by Gemmy Industries now, like for characters from movies and stuff. Like the Grinch last year, Walmart was selling them for like $40, and they're just as big, if not just a bit taller. I think this thing's a little more than a foot tall, and it's round like a pumpkin, but it's really cool. So if anyone's thinking about picking one of these up, I would recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the film. But I don't know if they're planning to do the skeleton blow mold or even the witch blow mold. I imagine they'd be really hard to do. Well, more or less the witch because of the hood and such. But who knows? This is awesome. I am happy I picked this thing up. Again, $29.99, a pretty good price for that. I mean, again, this is a blow mold plastic, so it's sort of a tough plastic. The only thing is, right here in his mouth where the tooth is, and then right here around this tooth here, you can tell there isn't a lot of plastic from the mold that's in these, and when it lights up, you can see that it's like lighter shade here and here. That happens on a lot of blow molds, I've noticed. It just depends, depending on like the area. If like it's a small area where the plastic needs to get really into, I noticed that that's a thing that could happen with them, because I own over 800 blow molds, I think I know. But I'm not sure if that's just mine or if that's just how they are, because it's tough to get all the plastic in here. And obviously the way they do these things is they take a steel mold that they've created, they put liquid in there, and then they literally hook it up to a machine that, like a vacuum, but a reverse, and it blows air into it, and then bam, then you got your blow mold. And then they take it out, and then they obviously paint the areas where they need to paint, and obviously up here. But I'm assuming the mold color itself, like the actual liquid that formed the plastic was orange, which is good, which is what you want. You don't want this whole thing painted. That would be stupid. So they went the right route on this one and had a molded color, and then they painted the other portions of it with a mask, and that's how they do it with blow molds. They paint them with a mask. Anyway, this is from Trick or Treat Studios, trickortreatstudios.com. I'm planning to get another one of these things, so I have to email them and see if they're getting any more. But according to the two manufacturers, Amok Time Toys and Big Bad Toy Store, they are not expecting any more, which is kind of sad, because if this is a first run and only run of this, I can't imagine how much this thing will be worth. But I also throw out the box because I just don't care. It's just a little box that this came in, and it just sits on. But hopefully they get to make more, because I think people should actually get this thing. So anyway, there's my little review.